you. I reach the end of the trail. The air is still, and I am a hunter. The hunt has led me to the forgotten edges of this world. Seasons pass, drawing me deeper into the darkness, where I have found the truth. That my redemption is found in ashes. That I must burn away the past to set things right. Once an assassin, now their pursuer. I must destroy those who I once called brother. The air is still, and I am a hunter.
Should have said, and I make me own luck, instead of am a hunter. Actually quite like the trailer, you know. It's kind of like a nice summary, I think, of what makes up the character of Shay in theory. I think it's not 100% on top of, you know, how he is portrayed in the game. But I do quite like the concept in the trailer for Shay, you know, and the way he's kind of like reasoning, having to burn away his past. And also quite like that juxtaposition between, you know, the fire and, you know, the icy North Atlantic. But yeah, that's how we're headed back today with the continuation of our historical order run. We're gonna jump back into the year 1758 and work our way closer to the end of the main story. We're gonna have one more main story mission in sequence 5 before getting to the final sequence of the game. So definitely gonna get close to the end today, if not actually finish the game. And yeah, that will move us to the year 1760 before we have finished the whole part of the game. It's actually about the 7 Years' War. There's of course, you know, the final mission of this game where we actually get to go to Paris in 1776, I believe. So that's 16 years after, you know, this part of the story actually ends. But that's already when Arno is just a little kid and Unity starts. So we're gonna wait with that part until we reach the according year. And kind of like play Unity and Rogue back to back really, with the last and the first mission of either game. But yeah, tonight is just gonna be Rogue War, so yeah, looking forward to get you know, close to the finish line here with the game. And also welcome in everyone. Hello Verdex, good evening. Well, not evening for you, for me it is. A good day to you. And how's it going? Hello Vijay, welcome in as well, dude. Good day. How are you today? I like that Kratos emote from Mexi. Yeah, Ubisoft has always really nailed the cinematic trailers for the games. Most of them were done by the Digic Pictures, kind of like film studio, I guess. And yeah, they just stand for quality. It's one of those things I hope AC never gets rid of, having, you know, these kind of like cinematic trailers for the games. Ironically, Assassin's Creed Odyssey is the only AC game, like full mainline title, that didn't actually have a, you know, proper CGI trailer like that. Even Shadows did. But yeah, with Odyssey, they purposefully wanted to only showcase like in-game scenes, which is understandable, you know, because sometimes those trailers can actually set a really high expectation that just never, you know, is gonna look or feel the same in the actual game.
What service can I provide?
Generally good today. Had a big presentation for work that wrapped up. Now just trying to finish up your day. That's really good, Jay. That's cool. I hope, you know, the presentation went well. Definitely don't mind presenting something, but I mean, I guess being a streamer, you know, it's pretty much presenting something in a way. But yeah, with like, you know, proper like in-depth presentation like that, I can definitely get a bit nervous sometimes. Like in anticipation of like, you know, wanting to showcase well. Nice. We could max out the mortar storage. Yes.
Citizen!
Citizen?
Citizens.
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 Citizens? Hello Vaora, welcome in, and good day to you. Sneaky crooked stream, it looks like. Yeah, tomorrow is like a holiday over here. So I don't plan on like, you know, being like super busy tomorrow or like going to bed early or something. So yeah, gonna try to get Rogue maybe wrapped up today. In anticipation for AC Liberation and the continuation of AC3. How are you doing today, Aura? Rough week, Aura. That really sucks. Sorry to hear. But yeah, be like that sometimes, ain't it?
Rum bit of business, that.
Yeah, same here, Jay. You know, definitely it's more like the anticipation sometimes, you know, and like going over, you know, something in your head, kind of like in advance. It's like semi-preparing and semi, you know, anxiety, I guess.
This gale's got teeth, Captain!
Loose and tripped.
Combination of either. But yeah, you know, once things get started,
We've a crowd on every inch of sand.
the anticipation is kind of like over, I guess. Alright, it's getting colder and you're reminded of your dog and all of his sweaters, missing him a lot. That's totally understandable, Aura. Yeah, I can only imagine, you know, like, you know, having certain seasons and, you know, spending them with your best, like, furry friend. kind of like reminds me of like, you know, my dog at the moment, because, you know, it's also getting cold over here, and we did actually just, you know, buy her a new sweater. Because, yeah, you know, she's kind of like skinny, and she doesn't have like a lot of fat, I guess. And she doesn't have like, you know, like lots of fur. She does tend to get quite cold quickly. So, yeah. Decided to get like a new one that's even cozier for her. And she's like so freaking happy in it. It's like a tiny bit tight, because it does have like, you know, proper like for the arms and legs, you know, like also covered. So she's not like 100% used to that aspect of it. But she loves how like, you know, cozy it is. But yeah, Levi and I have also been talking about, you know, how sad it is that they don't get to live longer, you know. That even though she's still like super young, she's already probably like 1/3 through her life. And yeah, it's definitely not fair, you know, that they don't get to live longer than that. But yeah, such great creatures, you know, giving us so much like unconditional love. Dogs are the best. Yeah, Dachshund and Sweater is just like a natural combination, isn't it?
That's quite a win, Captain!
I'm not crying, you're crying. I think what will solve the situation is a bit of bloodlusty ship combat. Get rid of some sea dogs. Like these pirate hunters here. Sayonara, bitches.
On your mark, Captain!
Jesus. That's quite a storm. And one's own luck. Exactly.
I make my own luck.
As I walked out on Broadway one evening in July, I met a maid who had betrayed in a sailor shot that I had it so way, you Annie, my dear Annie. Oh, you New York girl, can't you dance the polka? To Tiffany's I took her, I did not mind expense. I bought her 2 gold earrings and they cost me 15 cents. And it's away, you Sandy, my dear Annie. Oh, you New York girls, can't you dance the polka? Says Stevie and I to sailor, now see me how you may. But when we reached the cottage door, she had I don't like that wind, sir!
I don't care what you don't like, Gist. Keep singing. Don't interrupt me, shanties.
To me, Johnny Poker, come rock and roll me over. To me, Johnny Poker, do. Douse the gallants and boys!
Exactly, Aura. No one ever asks us for his opinion. Because the less he talks, the better. check out those shanties. But which shanty is it, though? Kinda like how they fuse together the North Atlantic theme and the Animus theme here. The soundtrack. You're not like what I tell you to not like, and you like it. That's what Captain Psycholexis would say. He wouldn't take shit from nobody. I have to say, I'm definitely up for another Odyssey meme playthrough in the future again. Since I didn't actually, you know, play Odyssey properly as part of my Historic Order run. We needed the Discovery Tour. But yeah, it's been a while since I've actually played Odyssey.
Unfurl, mates! Let's move!
Come on, spread those sheets!
Loose all and trim sharp to the wind!
Full sails!
Shadow, shadow, round away to leave you. Shadow.
These freaking storms. Always interrupting the shanties. Jesus, look at that. That's like a convoy, isn't it? 184 meadow. Gladly take that.
That's their weak spot!
Take
Take the
the
shot, sir! Fire! 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 Ready to fire, sir! Fire! Fire! Fire!
Keep out of the way!
Fire! Fire! That's got them! Fire! Fire!
That one's mine!
Fire! Shoot there, sir! Douse the royals and tops! Fire! Straight to the deep! Fire! Break it in!
some more moneta. Also, at this point, we definitely still need it.
Get the maids free!
I make my own luck.
Nice. You got the only I make my own luck that isn't from Shay, but from Lara Croft. Hello, Afro, welcome in. But her asking Shay on a date. That's like the magical catchphrase for Shay. You just gotta say it and you've got this immediate interest.
Je colle sa patrouille. Lefebvre, Marcelin est en train de dégueuler sa vie. Je colle sa patrouille. Sama, va rejoindre Tremblay. Réveille-le s'il dort encore. Arrête de gueuler, Landry. Fais ta patrouille, on en reparlera demain.
Great that the bounty only goes to level 5, meant you lose it very quick, level 3 and lose it very quickly. Yeah, that's definitely moments. I was also surprised in this game why the wanted level has been reset all of a sudden. Because in Black Flag they definitely kept it for way longer. And you have to like actively go out of your way to lose it, but in this game they do it much quicker.
Arrête, attends-moi.
Brutal. Yeah, I love that hanging mechanic. The rope dart in general is just such a nice tool / weapon. Wouldn't mind like more games having it for both mobility and like, you know, killing opportunities.
Charles, tu remplaces Terrien jusqu'à ce qu'il se remette. Félicien, j'ai une mission spéciale pour vous. Suivez-moi.
You're holding the thing I need the most right now.
Arrête de gueuler, Henri. Fais ta patrouille, on en reparlera demain.
Hello, Vaave. Welcome in. And good evening. How are you doing today? And yeah, Rogue is going well so far. We're gonna work on getting closer to the end today. Almost done with sequence 5, and then there's only one more left. But yeah, right now I'm just doing a bit of side content on the way to the next main story mission.
Il prend la fuite. Il croit pouvoir nous échapper. Capturez cette... On ne bouge plus. Arrête de gueuler, Henri. Fais ta patrouille, on en reparlera demain. Arrête de gueuler, Henri. Fais ta patrouille, on en reparlera demain. Ça va. Va rejoindre Tremblay. Réveille-le s'il dort encore.
Unlock new possibilities.
Yeah. Well, the lever has been reset. Just like happens automatically. The Templar coat you love so much, it really suits him. You definitely understand why it's the canon outfit for him in this game. Definitely also reminds me of the Templar outfit, you know, in Black Flag. Definitely seems to be based on it as like a variation. But yeah, it does suit Shay, I think, better than Edward. But who knows, you know, if Edward turned out to be a Templar, then maybe that look could have really suited him in that scenario. Oh, very nice, Ave. That's cool. I hope you enjoy your rewatch so far. So when is season 5 coming out then? Get to the viewpoint. Always late streams, always when you're tired. Hello, Dr. Darling, welcome in. Yeah, it really sucks of the timing. I'm sorry that, you know, I couldn't really do many daytime streams recently. But yeah, schedule's pretty full at the moment, so unfortunately that's just how it is at the moment. But we have a holiday tomorrow, and that means I have a long weekend ahead of me. So I'll probably be able to squeeze in maybe like 2 daytime streams or so. Hopefully. Yeah, for sure, Afro. It's definitely one of those outfits that looks, you know, historically fitting and, yeah, not really standing out too much to kind of like attract like a lot of attention. It definitely fits in, you know, well. Okay, let's upgrade the mortars further.
That's a bread knife, my lord. Do you mean to butter me?
I don't think a mortar is a bread knife. But yes, I can try to butter you with that mortar, if you like. I'm just gonna smear a bit on there before I fire some mortars at you.
Captain has the head. Get me some speed.
Hello there, Seraph. Welcome in. And good evening. How's it going?
Top scallops, royal studs.
Loose sails! Let's catch the wind!
And also,
Hey, if you're looking for your balls, they're back in Blackwater.
I'd have a look at Blackwater. Just saying. And thank you for the 5 stream streak, Arthur. Cheers, dude. Season 5 drops in 3 parts. Part 1, episode 1 to 4 drop November 26th, you think? Part 2, episode 5 to 7 drops on Christmas Day. And the final episode drops on New Year's Eve. That's really cool. If they're doing it like that, you know, I would definitely make you look forward even more to like, you know, Christmas and New Year's. Looking forward to it. Rewatching season 4 is a blast. Kind of forgot how good it is. Definitely it has some Nightmare on Elm Street influence. It's definitely cool when, you know, seasons of a show do that. Kind of like have a season be inspired by like, you know, other, you know, media or movies or, you know, stories. Thematically.
No grog allowed and rotten grub. And it's time for us to leave her.
New bed with orthopedic mattress is so comfy. Oh yeah, Seraph, that's cool. Yeah, no kidding, like, you know, having a really good like mattress and like a comfortable bed can be such a game changer and like such a, you know, life improvement. We did also get, not recently, but like a couple months ago, a new mattress, and it's been definitely much more comfortable sleep. You're not supposed to make the Templars stronger. Back to rank 1 ship gear. Would be cool if you could actually kind of like dismantle upgrades, you know, for like money or resources, and you know, set yourself back to like previous levels. Oh yeah, knowing Ubisoft, they probably have like a microtransaction store or something of the sort. With all the skull and bones, you know, ship designs in it. Gonna have a Chinese dragon design. Though you could make a case for that actually be fitting in a way because, you know, there's been plenty of Chinese pirates with lots of renown, so I guess fair game. But yeah, gonna have like, you know, really mythical, fantastical sets, surely. So Ejector doesn't look dipped in gold. Hello Vazomp, welcome in, and good day to you. How's it going? And yeah, it's gone pretty good over here. We're very close now to finishing the game. Got, yeah, one more main story mission and then the last sequence of the game. Unfortunately, that means also getting closer to killing Adewale, which I'm not particularly looking forward to. But, yeah, that just, you know, the disadvantages of having to play as Shay Patrick Cormac. Not in the Caribbean. Well, not predominantly. But, yeah, what I mean is, you know, kind of like the nature of like naval sailing allows for quite a lot of trade. And, you know, it wouldn't be unlikely that, you know, sailors would have come to visit, you know, not as part of a triangular trade, but also beyond those borders. So at least you could make a case for, you know, this actually exists in the real world and somehow Edward got his hands on it. In comparison to, you know, a completely mythical, fantastical set. This fast travel menu always confuses me. Yeah, it's a bit interestingly designed. And it kind of means I have to like, I'm forced to kind of like fast travel in a way, you know, because there's no natural kind of like transition from one place to another. Getting all the tablets too? Not in this playthrough. I'm only focusing on like, you know, really like historically relevant for this time period stuff, and that means with Rogue it's actually very minimal in the side content. There's almost no side quest except for one of the legendary naval battles. It's like, you know, based on a historical event or characters of a sorts. I mean, you know, the side missions are really more like forts and outposts and, you know, collect the boats, like the war letters, and even the war letters are kind of like more lore based than, you know, historical based. So this is by far the game where I do the, you know, like most minimal amount of side activities ever out of the entire AC series so far. It's really like 99% the main story that's, you know, actually relevant. But yeah, there's also like a huge lack of side quests in general, so if they actually have a time, I guess, to realize, you know, side quests like, for example, you know, Templar hunts and assassination contracts and, you know, Black Flag, then maybe. Avi also finished season 4 of Better Call Saul. You don't know what to say, the devil Ziegler heard. He just wanted to see his wife. Lado's first appearance was intense. Seeing a Salamanca so happy was odd. It had you hella confused. And what the fuck was that scene with Shaq and Jimmy singing "The Winner Takes It All"? He had just gotten over his death. God damn it. Yeah, it really knows how to play on your heartstrings, you know. But yeah, that whole part with, you know, the Germans, you know, coming to work there on the lab, and the Ziegler storyline, yeah. You can really just, you know, tell what, you know, the kind of like isolation he had to live in had done to him, you know. To someone who's like not used to being, you know, away for that long from a person they love the most. But yeah, even though he was incredibly intelligent, you could tell, it definitely wasn't a smart idea, and he knew that he was playing with fire. I mean, yeah, you know, thinking that Mike will smooth things over. You can see how he thought that might happen in a way, but Mike did warn him repeatedly, you know, that the people they're dealing with are not to be joked with. And that's the reason they were kind of like, you know, blindfolded, I mean, and were not supposed to see where they were located. So, yeah. Critical thinking ability of Werner were thrown out of a window right there. But I guess that's what, you know, love does to one. But yeah, I absolutely love Lalo as a character though. And the performance of the actor. It's an absolute highlight for me. It's kind of crazy that he gets introduced so late into the season, into the series. Because I feel like his impact already in the 4th season.
Loose on! Let's move!
Like, it definitely steals the show. But I hope you have a good time starting the season 5 war. That's fair, Afro. Yeah, it would be nice to have like a bit more customization. You know, for the endgame upgrades especially. It's in North Atlantic, but there's also New York and River Valley, but also there's another fast travel menu. Yeah, that's like for the detailed kind of like look at the map and, you know, choose a specific location to travel to. But yeah, it's definitely interestingly worded and, you know, put together. Yeah, the battles were pretty cool in this game. I like that you also had like allies to sail into the battle with you. But it wasn't just, you know, like one big, you know, like ship to battle.
Flotsam, sir. Could be valuable cargo.
Able to sign the side dudes with the Hessian. Could you remind me again, what was that Hessian quest about? The only reason you watched Better Call Saul is because of more Mike. I mean, it's a nice, you know, kind of like side effect of watching Better Call Saul is getting all that, you know, prequel storyline of Mike. But in general, you know, it really focuses probably like 1/3 on Mike, really. It's kind of funny though, watching Better Call Saul and getting all the death for Mike. then seeing him in Breaking Bad, and you know, he seems more of a henchman in Breaking Bad, I guess. Like it doesn't always seem like 100%, you know, aligned, but that's understandable, I guess. I think they still do a great job, kind of like, you know, providing more story on the characters. But I can't help but see, you know, them in a bit of a different light, as to have only watched the characters in Breaking Bad. It says the message is not being sent. So the last one I had from you was the one about, you know, finishing season 4 of Better Call Saul. Since then, I haven't had any new messages from you. Same here, Afro. Yeah, it's very satisfying, you know, those kind of moments with Mike. You know, seeing him kind of like go on missions and how methodical he is.
Floating cargo for the taking, sir.
And it's pretty cool, you know, having kind of like a grandpa-like character do all that stuff as well, you know. The actor also talks about, or talked about how, you know, grateful he was for actually getting the opportunity to play, you know, such a badass character, even though, you know, he's like quite old.
That's quite a win, Captain!
Trim the yards off the wind!
Ease the main!
As much sail as you can!
Loose sail!
Some this has seen of Sleepy Hollow is a character you can do nightly when the moon reaches its peak. If you have collected the guns buried at the site, the last tablet's treasure map points to. Ah yeah, that one. Well, I mean, I'm not 100% certain on the, you know, actual story, but I always thought it was like more of a kind of like tale. That has been taught, you know, like a folktale of sorts. But either way, I mean, the one that you fight in the game is kind of like a dude with a pumpkin instead of a head, so... I didn't really, like, I knew about the Easter egg, but I didn't really consider it, you know, as like very historically relevant. We did read up about Sleepy Hollow and, you know, a bit of its history and that whole myth in the database though. We do talk about it there. So definitely, you know, thematize it. But yeah, I'm not gonna like collect all the modern day tablets. Like modern day, I really just do the bare minimum. Yeah, that's what I was saying, Ave. You know, when we were kind of like thinking about watching Better Call Saul or not, because yeah, like the character evolution in that show, and just like, I think it's definitely more of a character study than Breaking Bad already was. You know, Breaking Bad maybe focus more on like, you know, epic scenes and, you know, funny scenes and, you know, kind of like very memorable stuff. But yeah, I think the moments that really hit the hardest sometimes in Better Call Saul are kind of like, you know, was really like getting into the characters and getting to really know them on a deeply level, you know, stuff. But yeah, Jimmy is, yeah, phenomenal. I didn't really, you know, when Better Call Saul was announced, I really thought it was more like a bit gimmicky, maybe, you know, it's like, yeah, it's Saul, you know, he's just doing his thing and stuff, but I didn't really expect to see, you know, Jimmy McGill instead, and knowing about that guy. Thank you for reposting the message there, Ave, as well. The reason why we were so shocked that Chuck died at the end of season 3 is because you saw years ago a scene with Chuck from season 4. Didn't remember what it was, but remember it being season 4 or something in Chuck. I know what you saw back then was a clip of him singing The Winner Takes It All. That's understandable. Yeah, the show definitely works a bit with like flashbacks and, I mean, also like future scenarios, I guess, in a way. Kind of like get them mixed up, especially, you know, seeing it beforehand. But it's definitely good that you didn't know what to expect, you know, even though it's quite a sad ordeal. Yeah, I definitely get that too. You know, just one of those moments when you see him, you know, do what he does. Or you just really wish that he would have accepted the help that he, you know, needed. And that, you know, Jimmy and he could have been, you know, just honest to each other and support each other. In an ideal world. But that's the thing, you know, like, Chuck didn't want to support Jimmy. Having his own reasons, I guess. And in a way, you know, like... in my eyes, it's like part of the reason he has this illness to begin with. It's like his first major breakdown after, you know, Jimmy got his law license.
Enemies firing! Taking damage here!
Fire! 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 Trim the yards off the wind! Fire! Fire! We're a fire! Fire! Fire!
She runs, Captain.
Fire!
Should we board and take her? There's their weak spot. Take the shot, sir. That's got them.
Cannon ready! Fire!
She's weak spot there, sir.
Fire!
There, Captain.
Fire!
Shot and finish them. Awaiting orders, sir.
Fire!
She's right there, sir.
Fire! Fire!
Put a shot through her there.
Losing our bearings.
Loose and catch the wind!
Hello, I'm the best. Welcome in, dude.
Closely, Captain.
You watch the Johnny Depp movies, so a bit of an expert. Same here, dude. I watched that when I was still a kid, actually.
Have fun now, Captain.
Douse on sail!
I think I was a tiny bit too young when I watched it, but I still kind of enjoyed the movie. Yeah, that's fair too, Zomb. I usually don't mind for modern day whatsoever. I really like to do it in most of the AC games. But the modern day in this game isn't really my favorite. Kind of like the modern day casts. Also thank you for the lurk, Ave.
Très bien, ne bouge plus. Jimmy, il faut pas le faire.
Halt!
Ne me laissez pas respirer.
On ne bouge plus là-bas.
I remember hating the second in command's voice in this game. You don't even remember his name. Christopher fucking Gist. That's his name. And yes, I hate him too. That's really funny because he's a voice director in real life. And he was in charge, I believe, of, you know, casting for this game. And I guess decided to also voice a character himself there. And decided to do the most obnoxious voice you could imagine.
What will you be needing today, then?
Oh yeah, let's get 4 front carronades here. He has a phony voice. Yeah, it's one of those kind of like voices where you know that every word coming out of her isn't really genuine. The way he's saying it.
Rum bit of business, that.
But in a way, I do think it's fitting for his character, you know, because he's kind of like the devil in Shay's ear in a way, you know, like he's constantly trying to calm, you know, Shay's consciousness and, you know, kind of like indoctrinate him with, you know, Templar ideas, you know, in a way. I mean, it's no coincidence that, you know, Shay was to, you know, kind of like save him when there's immediately his ship, and then, you know, Giz ends up feeling like he owes Shay, you know, then comes up with his own crew, like the entire crew. Giz organized. They're all like Templar affiliates, really. And then to suggest himself as a second in command to kind of like, you know, tell Shay what's what. So I do think, in a way, the performance is fitting. But the issue is that the game doesn't really have that meta layer, I guess, you know, where they actually talk about that kind of stuff, like whether or not it is manipulation that he's doing.
Let's catch the wind!
I mean, to me it is, but many, you know, people see the Templars in this game as actually the good guys. So clearly there's room for interpretation.
Ease off the way!
Alright, time for the last mission of sequence 5 here. Called Bravado, and this one takes place. It doesn't have a specific month, but it is definitely taking place in the last quarter of 1758. Hold on, I actually have a historical footnote for this next mission. Let me just grab my phone real quick. All right. So the location we get to see in this mission is actually a fictional location, but the surroundings of the northern portion of the River Valley map are likely meant to be analogues of the real-life French settlements along the St. John River. But it's the thing in general with, you know, the River Valley map, it doesn't really make much geographical sense, really, you know? Like, it's really weird, like, the positioning of some of the places. But it's kind of like done, you know, for gameplay's sake, I guess. But, yeah, it doesn't really match. Also, the light snowfall that occurs throughout the memory indicates a time frame of late autumn or early winter, you know, because snowfall would typically happen around November or December. The autumn and winter time frame also coincides with the British attacks on Acadian settlements in the region during the St. John River campaign, which happened from November 1758 to February 59. And additionally, they also meet with James Cook at the beginning of the mission. And James Cook was actually stationed nearby Halifax from November 58 to May 59. So all of that together, you know, means that the mission likely takes place in the fourth quarter of 58. But yeah, it's not one of those missions where they actually give you an active date, you know, it's something you have to kind of like investigate when would have been likely and when it makes sense with the rest of the timeline. Thankfully, there's lots of people that have already done it, so that wasn't my research right there, but from other AC community members.
Look what the wind just blew in.
Hail and good morrow, gentlemen.
Once again, Captain Cook's resourcefulness has served us well.
I have located the man you were seeking.
Adewale?
Exactly. He was last seen in the French fort not 2 leagues from here along the river.
What would that scallywag be doing in a French fort?
Refitting his vessel, I suppose, after Louisburg.
Thank you, Master Cook. We'll take it from here.
Farewell and Godspeed, gentlemen.
The fort's just up ahead.
Good. Let us continue onward.
Get the mainsails into the wind!
Spread those sheets!
The mission I was loathing to do. I don't want to kill Adewale.
Guns out! Let's get moving!
I really don't.
Sails!
I do look forward to the death scene though, because Adewale is gonna drop some truth there.
That makes no sense. Those rivers barely have enough draft for an ocean-going vessel. Should be nearly impossible to maneuver.
Maneuverability is hardly the point.
Well, I don't intend to find out the point. Let's stay out of her way.
We can find our way around her. Just keep to the smaller rivers where she can't follow.
And do try to remain unseen. We don't want to attract unwanted attention.
Why would the French bring such a ship inland?
As the war is drawing to its close, they're becoming desperate. They'll expend any efforts to gain firepower.
No offense to Captain Cook, but that lady has more firepower than any I've had the pleasure of meeting.
It's not really my type.
Ah, but the French ones can have a certain charm. Did I ever tell you the story of Madame Renette? That wasn't her real name, but... Right, oh, time. Point is, I think I know a safe place where we can debark. Sail on! So what's the plan? We bombard the fort?
Would be foolhardy to simply storm that fort.
Aye. We need to know what we're up against. I could take care of that.
Indeed.
Let's find a safe place to dock.
Speaking of which, I'm in a bearsuit. Gist even reminded himself that he should probably stop talking. At least he's self-aware to level.
Douse the gallants and royals!
Self-reflection is a very important skill.
As I walked out on Broadway,
Ease off the
one
wind!
evening
Haul it
in
on
July,
sail!
Aye, sir. I'll keep her close, and I'll keep her safe.
Good luck, Shay.
I make my own luck. Master Kenway.
I like the kind of pause that Shay made there, because the way he said it, you know, was more like the way he probably would have said it to Liam, which is why I kind of like pauses after this, and then, you know, it's like, hold on a second. It's not Liam. So do I have an objective here? Not yet. I make my own luck. I like how that dude didn't see it. When you play AC3 and the whole town would be alerted here and everyone would be on your ass in this situation. Just goes to show, you know, the difference between, you know, some of the games, even though they're on the same engine. But yeah, Black Flag is just so unforgiving. Black Flag AC3. No, this situation I also couldn't have done because once they're already in the red territory or seeing you and you go back in a bush within their field of view, then you can't actually duck back into the bush again and, you know, go back to being unseen. You would actually have to break line of sight completely, then do it where they can't see you go into the bush. Which makes a lot of sense, you know, it's realistic in AC3. But it also means that it's super difficult sometimes to actually, you know, stay stealthy successfully in that game. I feel like Valhalla is another one of those games where the stealth most of the time is maybe more realistic. But as a result, also not the most fun to play. Or kind of like very punishing. I guess I always have to find like a mix between realism and, you know, what's fun on a gameplay level.
So, the Templars sent their dog after me. Time to test your metal, shield.
So not that the Moro can get hit by the mortar fire. Okay.
He's getting away. If only he'd stand still and fight me.
Adewale is facing you on his own terms, picking the battlefield. And on his own ship, he is most deep.
Find those mortars, else we'll be swimming home tonight.
This river's getting uncomfortably narrow.
Don't you worry, sir. Jay has got us out of tighter scrapes before. A dead end.
I didn't get hit by the mortars there, did I? Yeah, no, that was just the ship behind me.
Fire!
This gale's got teeth, Captain.
Ready to fire, Captain!
Move now!
Fire!
Adewale's beached his ship!
A novel tactic?
He's saving his crew.
No. He's making a last stand. Let's not disappoint him. I will take the high ground and provide a distraction. Find another way.
You know, it's interesting how Shay says he's saving his own crew in a way where it's kind of like judging about it. It's like, yeah, you know, what a bastard that Adewale. He's actually trying to save people.
You there! Stop!
Oh, hold on. Don't care anyone except Adewale.
There! Get him!
Halt! I need to talk to you.
With that, I reminded myself,
You there!
Hey! Don't move! Halt!
Yeah. 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 Hitham, can we? Where's your hunting dog, Grandmaster Templar? I must have caused quite a ruckus for both of you to be chasing me.
Indeed. You've been born on our side far too long.
I served with your father, Hitham. He would be ashamed to see what you have become.
Really? I wasn't aware my father had a sense of shame.
Do not speak ill of your father, boy. If you become half the man he was, it will be a blessing.
Blessing or curse. I am my own man. Have you had enough, old man?
This old man will put you in an early grave, Hitham.
Younger men have tried and failed.
I hate him saying I am my own man. That's quite a low bar for him. Can tell he has to process quite a bit. Or compensate, I guess.
I have him in my sights. I can hit him from here. We have to get to him.
Forgive me, Adewale.
You dare beg forgiveness, child? Hell welcomes traitors like you.
Then I go there proudly, knowing I have done right.
It does not matter. Achilles already has what he needs.
I will kill every last man who defends him if I must. I cannot let him succeed.
You have become a monster, Shay.
Perhaps I have.
Come.
Look at that. Shay even agrees on a level. But yeah, you know, Shay's really... What the fuck? Ah, fucking hell. I totally took off that sniper. With my fist. I did. Or my feet, I guess. I was so thinking it was like a non-lethal takedown, not like a kill. Fuck. Gotta replay this one. Of course. And that is the end of the fucking sequence as well. No, let me replay this. God damn it. Of course, that one freaking sniper. Totally forgot. You know, I wish the game would kind of like give you a display of like when you fail an objective, like some of the other AC games do.
The Templars can
In this game, it just disappears.
They still have hundreds of men working for them in New York. Let us see what role Shay plays.
Okay, this is really annoying now because I can't actually replay you know, it at the moment, I don't think. And now we're already getting to the next part here because they throw you right into the next cutscene. Oh well. You know what? I'm just gonna let this be. I'm gonna say fuck to that full sync of that particular mission and we're just gonna move on. Because the game throws me into the next, you know, year already. And I don't wanna like, you know, have this cutscene then go back again to just replay it for that one sniper I, you know, technically killed, even though I non-lethally took him down. And we're gonna assume that I actually didn't kill anyone except for Adivale, because technically I also didn't. But yeah, I also really don't want to replay that one, and it's not like a matter of like difficulty or anything like that. And we also didn't kill anyone according to the game we did, but yeah, we're just gonna move on to the next year, which means 1759. Let me go ahead and change the title. I'm invested. You like the last known location Unity? I do quite like that system too, because you know exactly, you know, where they last have seen you, so it's quite transparent. Ironically, because the whole last known location effect is a transparent one. But yeah, quite like, you know, knowing where, you know, guards have made the last contact with you and where they're going to investigate. But they're not like magically knowing your, you know, like location. How does Haven listen to Gist? Jesus. I think he's counting the days when he can leave Shay and the Morrigan behind again. Welcome back, Ave. On your phone, so you have to jump between streams. That's a verse whatsoever, Ave. Yeah. How dare someone save people? That's preposterous, especially as an assassin. Isn't your job to just kill, you know, everyone? Isn't that in the name, assassin? You know, you kill every person you come across. You would even destroy entire cities. Exactly, Aura, you know? Like, really was Adivale's fault when Lisbon fell. You didn't see any sniper, I'm invested. Me neither. At least no dead sniper. So at the moment, Ava, we're still watching My Name is Earl as our like breakfast light entertainment. It's like a sitcom, which is actually quite funny, but also really, what's the word? In German, we would say durch, which is kind of like a way of saying crazy, but yeah, I don't know. There's not really like a specific word to translate it to, I guess. But yeah, it's definitely a bit wild, I guess, but very funny. And yeah, we have now fairly recently started watching Peaky Blinders. I have already seen it before, and Levi has seen parts of season 1, but now we're watching it, you know, fully together. And yeah, we wanted to kind of give it a second try, or at least Levi, because the first time she didn't really liked it all that much. But yeah, second time now, she's definitely enjoying it a lot more. And I liked the show for quite a while now, so yeah, definitely nice to kind of like rewatch it for my second proper time. Yeah, so once we reach the next year in the historical order, I'm gonna always, you know, change the title of the stream to represent the current year. I guess I could even go beyond that and also specify the correct month, but I'm not gonna do that. Then I would kind of like have to type that and change that like every other minute sometimes, with some of the games at least.
Hail to you, Osiris. Your limbs are lasting. You do not know corruption.
Yeah, My Name is Earl we have watched for quite a while now. We're already in season 3 now, and there's only 4 total, so past the halfway point now. But it's definitely good entertainment. I wouldn't really say it's like, you know, the best sitcom ever or something, but it's very entertaining. Like, pretty much every episode has been really good. So is Shay frustrated because Arte does something he admires and it makes it harder to want to kill him? Yeah, it's definitely interesting because Shay doesn't really have much of a reason to hate Adevale, you know? Like, every interaction he has with him is kind of like more positive, really, you know? And even when the earthquake in Haiti happens, you know, Adevale comes back and talks about how he's helping actively the populace deal with the, you know, aftermath of the earthquake. So I don't think Shay is thinking that Adevale had anything to do with, you know, purposefully destroying it either. And when it's first brought up from a Templar side of view to kind of like deal with Adevale, Shay is actually one to question it, you know. But the reasoning they are bringing to the table is, well, he's a symbol of the assassins, you know. And surely that would weaken them, you know, so it's more like Shay's thinking more about the collateral damage he can inflict upon the Assassin Order, which Achilles is leading, and, you know, he's really the person that Adevale has an issue with. You can also tell when, you know, in the last moment with Adevale, that once Adevale is bringing up Achilles, that the demeanor in Shay changes quite a bit, and, you know, he's even like pushing Adevale away and stuff, and is like, you know, ragingly saying, I'm gonna deal with everyone who's defending Achilles, what he stands for. So I think Shay has no problem whatsoever with Adevale, technically. He's really doing it to hurt Achilles. And that's the sad thing about it, and where I think that, you know, Adevale is right in saying that Shay has become a monster, because the reasoning for killing Adevale, you know, are maybe a bit flawed, you could argue. And he's not even convinced himself, it seems, that it is the right step. He kind of has to convince himself to think that it is. But, yeah, it isn't quite. In America we call it a guilty pleasure. That's true, yeah. I'm definitely familiar with that term too. We do also use it here sometimes. I wouldn't say that My Name is Earl is quite reaching the guilty pleasure territory. I definitely genuinely enjoy it, and I would also say that it's, you know, legitimately good. But I wouldn't say that it's among my absolute favorite top tier sitcoms though. But it's really good though. I'm trying to think about a show where I would say that's actually my guilty pleasure show. Or like one of the guilty pleasure shows, I guess, that I would watch. I mean, I guess in a way, you know, like I don't really watch it regularly, but I can't help but sometimes throw on like an episode of Pimp My Ride. Like every other month or so, you know, where they kind of like tuned the cars, and it's like, you know, obviously very staged, and, you know, back in the good old MTV reality TV show days. So I would say that's definitely guilty pleasure territory for me right there. You've heard a lot of good about Peaky Blinders. Yeah, the show is really good in my opinion. It's very slow sometimes though, and I think that's what kinda is maybe making it difficult for some people to, you know, keep up with it. But I think it's really good. Very well written. The performances are very, very good. And yeah, I mean, if you're interested in the time setting and kind of like, you know, gang culture, it's like also post-World War I is when it starts. So it definitely deals with like World War I trauma. And that's also how a lot of the gangs kind of like come to be, or, you know, their struggles. So yeah, it's definitely interesting, like also setting-wise, I would say. You've only seen the first Peaky Season 2. I feel like that's the case for quite a few people starting out with Peaky Blinders. I remember I tried to watch it when it actually came out, like 2013 or something, 2013-14. And I watched like the first or second episode, and I wasn't really into it, I would have to say. And I didn't continue then. And it wasn't until like early COVID times or something, I think, that I actually watched it for the first time fully. And really enjoyed that time. But I didn't really get into it my first time either. I like that goose, Ave. I just today actually read up a bit about Untitled Goose Game again. Was kind of thinking about that game being like maybe a fun playthrough sometime on the stream. It's apparently inspired by Hitman and Super Mario, I've read. Which I wouldn't really have guessed, but in hindsight of like a little bit of gameplay I've seen of it, it makes sense. Yeah, exactly, Aura. Like, that's definitely guilty pleasure right there. Or like I remember as a kid, I used to watch, you know, wrestling quite a bit, like WWE and stuff. That is definitely also guilty pleasure. But I haven't seen it for ages though. Avi, you did attempt it once, well, that was years ago, and you didn't dig the first episode, so you didn't want to bother with. Now 4 years later, you believe you would enjoy it more and actually give it an honest attempt. So you do know that it's quite a slow show. Yeah, that's understandable. It's like a similar experience with me, really, you know. I also didn't really feel it the first time watching and kind of like put it off. But yeah, years later, you know, it definitely hit different. And I don't think you would have an issue with the pacing either. I mean, you know, if you enjoy watching Better Call Saul, which I think at times might also, you know, be perceived as like a bit slow with the pacing. You know, depending on the season or like situation. I think it would be fine for sure. And it's not like, you know, the whole show's like super slow or something. It's just, you know, longer episodes and, you know, like similar setting and, yeah, conflicts, I guess. But I think it has a lot of memorable moments. Hello Vashilla, welcome in, dude. Good evening. And how's it going? Thank you so much for the 10 stream streak there, dude. So wanna be a player, but your wheels ain't fly. You gotta hit is up to get a pimp down, right? You've got to pimp my ride. Damn right, you've got to pimp my ride. Ah yeah, the good old MTV days. I remember watching MTV quite a bit as a kid. Because my older siblings, you know, were watching it. It was probably more like their age range, but kind of tagged along. So I watched like tons of like Pimp My Ride and Next and all that kind of stuff. You know, the prime reality TV. But yeah, Pimp My Ride was definitely my favorite though. For sure. Untitled Goose Game is so fun, it's so stupid you love it. I watched Lucinda play quite a bit of it and it was really fun to watch. And one thing that really stood out to me was the soundtrack and audio design. You know, how it kind of like the build up happens with a certain action. Once the action, you know, stops, the soundtrack goes back or changes again. And how dynamic it is. Apparently, the soundtrack is based on the Preludes by Claude Debussy, which I didn't know then, I don't think, when I watched Lucinda play, but it was really cool to know because he's actually one of my favorite composers. So I actually love listening to him, but I didn't actually recognize, I don't think back then, that it was indeed inspired by him. Exactly, Ave, yeah. Yeah, watch also a bit of that playthrough from Lucinda. Looks like a really fun game. The Guilty Pleasure is a Swedish TV program, exists in other countries as well, basically called The Traders. It's insanely entertaining, watching people lie and manipulate others, seeing how some break and how others grow into phenomenal liars, basically a social experiment. That definitely sounds interesting. It's kind of cool when, you know, people have to be put on the spot and they kind of like, you know, are told to do something, and, you know, when they kind of like have to improvise and come up with something. And seeing how, you know, people maybe get to think of their feet better than others. And there's also definitely a charm to, like, you know, live reaction, you know, knowing that not, even though, you know, some things are scripted or like staged in a way, you know, it just still have, you know, an element of like surprise. Nice, Sheila, glad to hear that you're doing good. But damn, dude, it's still working. It's like almost 10 over here. But I hope work is going well though. And that it isn't, you know, too much or too stressful today. But yeah, I'm doing good. I've definitely finished with all work for this week. Gonna have a holiday tomorrow for Reformationstag. But of course everyone is still only celebrating Halloween. So yeah, looking forward to an extended weekend for sure. Hopefully, I'm looking forward to a perfect week for Hertha, since they could be securing their third win in a row at home against Dresden, which would be almost historical at this point, considering how weak they've been, you know, at the home games. But yeah, I did actually wanted to go into the stadium for the game, but the tickets were sold out so quickly. And they expect like 25k Dresden fans. Which, yeah, is like more than a third of the stadium. So it's gonna be quite the Hexenkessel. I gotcha, Schiller. That's good for. Definitely hope the rest of it goes well today. Holiday Saturday, fair enough, yeah. But hey, holiday regardless. That definitely sounds fun, Ave. Reminds me of like, you know, Among Us a little bit. You know, the whole concept of like, you know, lying and telling the truth and, you know, finding the, you know, guilty person and all that. And I've actually played that game, but, you know, when it was super popular, like every second person on Twitch seemed to have played it and streamed it. Yeah, they're definitely gonna bring a lot of atmosphere. Hopefully it's also gonna stay, you know, civil and with, you know, minimal aggression. Because I feel like there could definitely be some clashes between, you know, Hertha and Dresden fans. Hello there, Andy. Welcome in, dude. Please, sir, just a few coins. You don't understand. I need the money. How's it going, dude? Hope you're having a nice day.
What is our progress on the precursor matter?
We are gathering ships and supplies, but it is difficult without a specific destination.
My men can help. I have enough to spare for a crew as well, Chevalier.
Hope has found a way to reproduce Master Franklin's experiment. We'll soon uncover the next precursor site.
And you're confident you can do this?
I am a keen observer, Mentor. The device will be ready shortly.
Very good. Keep me apprised.
We've yet to find where Hope is hiding. And most criminals in New York report to her now. I better find the Grand Master.
So we have quite a time jump here between the ending of Sequence 5 and the beginning of Sequence 6. Almost an entire year has passed, really, because we're now in October of 59. Just a few coins, please. When he actually give him some coins and like AC2 and they're like, Moneta, it's my lucky day.
Things are worse than we feared. The assassins found a way to make the precursor box work. They're already preparing an expedition.
Then we must stop them.
Hope controls hundreds of men. And the authorities are doing sod all.
What if we were to impersonate her men? We could commit a crime so big, they couldn't ignore those damn brigands anymore.
That sounds like an excellent plan, Jack. Make it so. I will find out where the assassins are hiding.
Is it just me, or did the boss tell us to make trouble?
Enjoy it while you can, Shay. Get him, Shay. We'll need them.
I think we're being followed! You're right. Let's move. Come on! I'm too young to die! Hurry, you fool! Or we're both dead men!
Thank you for coming to me. Very convenient.
Don't we make a disgraceful pair of crooks?
No. I make this look good. So what's the target?
The military pay. We'll have to hurry. A regiment is already on its way to the fort where the coins are kept.
Great. And I suppose you have a plan.
The fort holds many prisoners. Get in and hoist the gang's colors. When you do, I'll free them.
You're going to free a bunch of criminals working with the assassins.
Well, we have to turn the army against them, don't we? Remember, you raise the flag and I'll raise hell.
Yeah, I think Shay really has to practice his self-reflection skills again. We definitely don't make this look good. Ada was right, Shay is the attack dog. Yeah. Ada was right with many things. Not only about Shay, also about Edward.
Alarm! Rouse yourselves, you dullards!
Stay right there. Oh, you're Scully.
So I have to loot every chest in this fort? For real? Oh shit, there's like more up here. I see. So I'm really only talking about those specific ones.
Got a clear shot on the little... He's trying to shake us! Keep up, boys!
Prepare to bleed.
Close one. Exactly, Aura, and it's really ironic because, you know, every order or like lesson that he got from the assassins, he always questioned, or he questioned a lot of things that he maybe didn't need to question as well. But once he's with the Templars, you know, he just takes the word for it for like everything.
What on earth happened here?
The prisoners got loose. They had help from outside. There were just too many of them.
Well then, we're going to have to fix that, aren't we? It's about time we took those criminals down.
Work, Jack.
With a little luck, the army will crush those damn brigands.
I make my own luck.
Perfect end to mission.
Where are you, Charles?
It's also funny how that British commander was again voiced by Adevade's, you know, voice actor. And he already did voice another British commander previously in the mission. And then also Adevade on top of that. And we literally just, you know, the last mission was just about killing Adevade. I don't mind Adevade's voice actor, you know, voicing like multiple also side characters, but maybe you have to have like a bigger time gap in between the missions, you know, so it doesn't like, you know, hearing the voice now, you know, like shortly afterwards, you can't help but think exactly of a person who just died. Fighting Cock's Tavern. This tavern is best known as the starting point for the Great Fire of New York that destroyed 25% of the city in 1776. Must resist urge to make jokes about tavern name. Yeah. The Templars in modern day. They're really something. Poor pacing using that voice for sure. Yeah.
Crime under control and not a... So there I was, a carrier. And I see you.
Yeah, maybe, you know, give it like 2 more missions in between or something, so it isn't like so fresh in your head. Fighting Cock's Tavern made you choke on your lunch. Yeah, I think Sean would definitely have thrown something in the actual database entry there. Something about us being super immature or something. He definitely would have caught us out on finding that funny. What are you? 12?
What the hell is wrong with you?
I can't sleep, sir. I get up and dream.
Where is your boss?
I'll never tell. She'll kill me.
If you don't tell, he'll kill you.
She's in that big mansion. The one with the gardens.
Shall we go?
You know, it's interesting because there's a very similar situation with Connor and Haven. In that scene, you know, Connor is calling Haven out there, you know, because even though, you know, Haven didn't make any promises there, you know, Shay was basically insinuating, you know, that he would survive if he tells Haven about it. But yeah, he's not gonna question, you know, why Haven killed him or why it was necessary. Okay, so there's an update here for Hope's database entry. I guess this part is new. But they do kinda like spoiler her death already here. Hope was one of Shay's instructors, though she often found him to be a hopeless student. The pair worked with Benjamin Franklin in an attempt to unravel the mysteries surrounding the precursor artifacts. After Shay's defection, she continued to work with Franklin alone. Okay, so this is also not really having any historical relevance. It's just talking about, you know, being a home base for the assassins. And they mention having booby traps, but they don't talk about an actual historical mention.
You thought you were the only one?
Well, yes, I suppose. Where did you get that?
It was donated by the Brotherhood.
I see. Our mission was a success. The army should make its move any time now.
Good. We lack the resources in New York to handle these criminals ourselves. With a little luck, we might be rid of them once and for all.
I make my own luck.
Now let us cut off the snake's head.
I also thought I make my own luck in like 15 minutes or so.
Sir, we can confirm. The woman is inside. Perfect. Time to smoke her out.
I'll go in and get home myself.
Very well.
Fire! You heard the captain, men. Fire!
By donated by the Bravo, he means my daddy gave it to me, right? I don't actually think so. I think Edward never got to give Haven any hidden blade. He didn't even introduce him fully to the assassins yet at that point, since Haven was still a kid. I think donated by Bravo probably means that he took it from an assassin.
They're shooting back!
But I wouldn't really know exactly either. From where he got it exactly. Yeah, shut up, Shay. We know it's a catchphrase and all, and you're Irish, but come on, dude. Even. Someone is like constantly detecting me here. Yeah, I think Haven was probably like between 8 and 10 years old or so when Edward died. So Edward introduced him to like some things, I guess, but not really the full extent of the Assassin Brotherhood. Which is why, you know, Haven could also be easily manipulated as a kid, so to be swayed towards a Templar cause.
We have everything we need. Now, Chevalier will be expecting me. Hope?
Bon voyage. About time you showed up. Sorry it had to come to this, Shay.
Just stab him in the neck already.
You were a fascinating fellow.
Okay, we can't be damaged by the poison clouds, yeah?
You have more endurance than I expected, Shay.
What is this? Poison. Slurs my heart. I have to move.
You know, this is always a bit funny to me because I get the logic behind, okay, it's slowing your heart, so you kind of have to move, you know, to keep your heart rate up. But it's not gonna do you any favors if you're being poisoned, you know, because lots of movement and you're not a hard-working faster than usual means the poison gets to spread faster throughout your body. I guess it's a bit of a dilemma, but yeah, it's definitely funny. I think this was the only target you were happy to take down. The chick is annoying. It's also annoying having to chase her because they designed this mission so that she's exactly your speed of like 4 running, which means you have to somehow find shortcuts, but she's walking in a straight line for a very long time, and then you have to kind of like anticipate when she's taking a turn. And yeah, it's definitely a bit funny that they didn't make her like slightly slower than Shay, so you could just catch up by, you know, sprinting. But there has been times where I've actually chased her for like 5 to 10 minutes before I actually got her. Just because she's exactly as fast as you are. Wasn't that the plot of a movie, Crank? Could be. I think I've only seen that movie like once as a teenager. Ah yeah, with Jason Statham. I definitely seen this one, but only once. But there was definitely around the time that, you know, Jason Statham did like quite a lot of those kind of movies, I think. Ah yes, Force Chase, yeah, gotta love it. Osalova Barely Amused, welcome in. Yeah, same here. I've seen it once, and I guess there wasn't too much of a reason to rewatch it.
That's it. Moving. Keeps my heart beating.
Sorry, what was the objective again? Oh fuck, stay out of combat. Good that I had to look again, because the game doesn't tell you when you fail an objective. So I have to be stealthy, but also have to be on the move.
Poison. Slurs my heart. I have to move. That's it. Moving. Keeps my heart beating.
There's some assassin over there.
I need to find hope. Get the antidote.
Stop! Let's have a...
You never give up.
Stop right there! Ready to open fire!
Got him sighted!
Fuck off. Freaking poison fumes. I still have this freaking mission. Oh dear.
We have seasoned veterans.
I do actually wonder if they did a playtesting session of this mission. Legitimately wonder. Because you can't even use any tools, right? You can't shoot her, you can't like rope dart her, even though she gets used as a target. But you can't do it. And if she would at least go like in zigzags or something, you know, then you could kind of like catch up that way. But she's like literally going in a straight line here for ages, and you have to kind of like guess, okay, when is the next turn? When can I, you know, get ahead of her?
The Empire needs more land.
Stupid. Jesus shit, can you stop doing the kind of like hops there? When you have the guys trying to chase you, kind of like grab you, yeah, this stuff, fuck off. Oh, what the heck? That British dude, he saved our ass. He just knocked her down. Nice.
You're late. Again, Shay.
Hope. I didn't want to do this.
I trained you to do this. I expected nothing less.
Then why?
To give Liam time to leave. Soon Chevalier will be on his way to the precursor site.
I will stop him.
He will see you coming. Pity. You had so much potential.
What the fuck? And the dude is just playing What Shall We Do with a Drunken Sailor on the violin, while Shay is mourning the death of Hope. That was a bit anticlimactic, I guess you could say. Leave a poisonous area. I'm trying, walk fast, dude. Yeah. It's like, why do you have... Oh no, that's right, he didn't actually have his kind of like mask. Because Hope removed it. But yeah, he could still like, you know, take his head there towards his clothing or something and kind of like try to breathe into that. I think on the feet, Shay. Make your own luck, like you always say you do. Alrighty, so the next main story mission takes us back to North Atlantic, the Percy. However, there's actually the single side mission that's actually of historical relevance that we could be doing first, and that's one of the legendary naval battles. And it seems to me like it should be over here. I'm not sure if they actually get triggered. Like they're not appearing on my map yet. Maybe once they're in North Atlantic. Is there like something you have to do to unlock legendary naval battles in this game? Let me just go ahead and, you know, kind of travel there first and see if I kind of like pop up then. Okay, we have quite a bit of money on our hand here. Let's see if there's any upgrades we can get. Oh yeah, we could upgrade the RAM further. Let's do that. And that's really everything that matters right now. I mean, this one, you know, it just costs wood and clothing, so we can definitely increase the crew's quarters. Okay, so I had a look, and apparently the legendary ship battles don't unlock until after you have finished the main story. I'm not sure why they decided to make it like that. I mean, yeah, end-game content, post-game content, I guess. But it's definitely annoying because one of the legendary naval battles would have been, you know, an actual historical event that would have taken place during Sequence 6. But I can't actually do it, nor can I include it. Because, yeah, you know, the game doesn't, you know, award me the opportunity to do it in this playthrough. The one thing that I could do, I'm gonna first travel to North Atlantic real quick. I could have a look on my completionist save and see if I can replay a legendary ship battle. But I know that you couldn't do it in Black Flag, so,
We're in the Atlantic again.
Shay and the Templars are going.
Not sure if you can do it here.
Go team!
But yeah, let me just have a quick look here to my completionist save. Ah, here. Yeah, the battle of Keeper Bay. But yeah, we can't replay it. Okay, in that case we're gonna check it off the list because we can't include it. It would have taken place on the 20th of November. We can at least have a look here at the description. The British have established a blockade on the coast of France, while the French amass ships to invade Scotland. Scattered by bad weather, the two forces clash, culminating in a battle that will have drastic repercussions on the 7 Years' War. It sounds a lot like it's actually much closer to the European than the American side. Yeah, it's pretty much exactly on European side there, like on the coast. But I guess technically the location to start the battle is at the very eastern, you know, side of the North Atlantic, so I guess, you know, Shay's traveling there to participate in the battle. Interesting. Did the database have anything about it? Doesn't seem like. Hello there, Mita. Welcome in, dude. And welcome in, Raiders. Thank you so much for the raid, Mita. Good evening to you. And how was your stream today? I hope you had a good time. What did you play today? Welcome back, Ave. Hello, the Lone Star. Welcome in, dude. Welcome back, Shilla. And yeah, I'm doing quite well. We just 100% finished Rogue. Fully. Everything finished. I just done it in like 10 minutes, really. Yeah, no, I'm just actually, I went into my 100% save file because I wanted to have a look whether or not I could replay one of the legendary naval battles. But turns out I can't. There's one battle that actually is of historical relevance that I wanted to play in between sequence 6. But turns out you can't actually play legendary naval battles in this game until you have finished the main story. So yeah, unfortunately can't include it into my playthrough, but that's alright. But yeah, I went into my 100% save file just to check if I could replay it and maybe include it that way. But not gonna happen. But yeah, how was your stream, Vo? I hope you had a good time with Death Stranding. For anyone that hasn't checked out the Mita channel before, there's a shout out in chat. He's been playing a bunch of different games at the moment, including Thronebreaker, Cyberpunk 2077, and he recently also started playing Death Stranding. Great streamer with really cool games, and he's also often doing the 100% for games too, going for all the achievements as well. So definitely recommend if you're also looking into, you know, really in-depth playthroughs with all the content being covered. Ah, the game just spawned me down here for some reason.
And the winds don't blow.
That's interesting.
Halifax up ahead, Captain. Rumored to be a haven for criminal activity. We ought to tread carefully there.
Floating cargo for the taking, sir.
Amazing good progress in Death Stranding. Oh yeah, Mita, that's good to hear. How are you liking the game so far? Do you enjoy being the delivery driver or walker? But the Rogue is definitely going good. We have now reached the final sequence of the game. We got 3 more main story missions left now. So yeah, I'm probably working on getting the game done tonight, maybe. Depending how long it takes. I still have to get all the, you know, full sync and like naturally travel everywhere, but I think we definitely get this game done tonight.
Is long and the winds don't blow, and it's time for us to leave. swear by a
Thank you for GG's. But yeah, not quite gotten the game finished yet.
But now we're through, so we'll go on shore, and it's time for us to
But yeah, definitely a bit annoying that they, you know, don't unlock the naval battles until you have finished the main story. I usually like to finish my playthroughs with like the final main story mission. Unless, of course, you know, there's clearly content that has been narratively designed to be played after the main story, then that's, you know, fair. But yeah, it's definitely nice when you can get all the side content done before the main story, ideally. I'm just built different. I defy the laws of Rogue and Ubisoft. I wish. It's like, I make me own laws. That's the words of a shout out whatsoever, Mita. Death Strabsolute Cinnamending. I see what you did there. That's also one of my favorite shanties too, Amita. Ava, sorry. Just really iconic. It's a really nice game so far, but there are some very annoying moments. Oh yeah? Does it have to do with like having to overcome obstacles? Like having to figure out a way to get somewhere, or what would you say is annoying with the game? Hello again, Dex. Welcome in, dude. Oh yeah, that's the worst whatsoever, Dex. I appreciate you lurking, and yeah, I hope that it wasn't too stressful. Even it was, you know, busy and crazy. But yeah, it's going good. We're very close now to finishing the game. Only 3 more main story missions left. So gonna work on getting the game done tonight. Sounds good, Ava. Hope you have fun with Death Stranding. Death Stranding, Jesus, what am I saying? It's like Stranding, Stranger, it's like all the same, isn't it? Mixing up Ava and Amita as well. But hey, it's also been a long day for me. But yeah, no worries whatsoever, Ava. I hope you have a good time with Stranger Things. I hope you enjoy it. And hope you also have a good night and a good rest. Definitely catch you next time. And yeah, thank you so much for being here. And for anyone who hasn't checked out Ava's channel either, then I definitely recommend doing so as well. He's a big fan of games like Clair Obscur, which he also streamed, and Lies of P. Also played the Spider-Man games, and right now he's doing Resident Evil 4. For the first time ever, I believe. And yeah, very nice and entertaining dude to watch, so definitely recommend if you haven't yet. When you're trying to cross a river and you fail because the waves take you, and then there are other moments when you get attacked. Gotcha. That's definitely annoying when you kind of get interrupted in something, especially if it's like a time intensive, you know, type of thing. Cheers, Dex. Yeah, definitely gonna be good to get this game done, and then we can start with AC Liberation soon. Probably tomorrow. Same but different, like cousins. Eskia. Exactly. Same. Bit of we and a bit of woo. Thank you for the 5 stream streak as well, Dex. Cheers, dude. He's also your favorite Oni. That's a worth of a shout out whatsoever, Ave. More than happy to give you one too. And definitely have a good night. Ah, gotcha, Ave. So it's your third playthrough, but your first on PC, wo. Gotcha, then I kinda misunderstood you the other day when you were playing the game. But it's definitely nice, you know, that so many games make it to PC now as well. Like, especially when it comes to, like, PlayStation exclusives. I really hope that Ghost of Yotei won't be too long of a wait before it comes to PC.
Master Cormac, to what do I owe the pleasure?
I was stopping to restock my ship when I heard the talented Captain Cook was here. We have a word.
At your service, as always.
I'm looking for a man. Captain Louis-Joseph Gauthier, Chevalier de la Vérendrye.
The explorer. I have heard of him and his illustrious family.
I must see him.
Ah, send him my regards. Or not. He sailed east a few days ago on a heading to Anticosti.
Indeed.
I would advise caution.
Oh, I've been there before.
Then, I bid you good fortune. I will be sailing past Conception Bay, should you require further assistance.
Much obliged.
The Grand Master is pleased, Shay, what you did in New York. Yeah, it's only a matter of time now before order is restored.
New York was never orderly, Gist. With hope gone, perhaps.
It couldn't have been easy for you, my lad. But you did what you had to do.
I keep telling myself that.
We're almost rid of the assassins in New York. And it's not as if the Hellcat didn't try to make you wear a pine overcoat. You had no other choice.
I chose to cast my lot with the Templars.
And we are glad you did, Shay. Who knows? Had you not, you might have found yourself at the end of Master Kenway's blade.
Or yours.
That's the spirit. Look, Shay, by killing Ho, you not only saved yourself and half of New York from the assassin's poisons, you also learned the path we must take next. Now our task is simple.
I'm not sure how anyone can really argue that Shay's not getting manipulated there. You know, he's actually self-reflecting there, you know, that he keeps telling himself that it had to be done and stuff. Amita, so far there are no time deliveries, but it's usually the fact that you can lose cargo when you get attacked or the cargo gets damaged. It's not really a big thing, but you know, that's definitely understandable, yeah. I mean, that's the whole thing, right? You wanna, like, deliver it in a safe way. So those kind of intrusions are really directly conflicting with your objective. Can't wait for my Last of Us playthroughs. Yeah, the first one I've already played, but the second one I still have to. A while ago when Lucinda was doing a giveaway of The Last of Us 2, I've actually won it, so I have it in my library sitting already. And yeah, I wouldn't mind getting to that game sooner rather than later. It's also one of those games that's like independent from any, you know, kind of like timeline playthroughs. So it's one of those games I can definitely throw in, you know, when I want to take a break from the Historic Order run. Liberation is one of the few gaps in your AC playthroughs, you need to remedy that. Yeah, if you have AC3 Remastered, then you also get access to Liberation Remastered, which is quite neat. It's definitely not a bad game by any means. I wouldn't say it's one of my, you know, favorites in the series. It's actually developed also by the guys behind Rogue. Or at least it was developed by them in accordance with Montreal. But yeah, it has some pretty cool features actually. One thing I really like about Liberation, for instance, is the persona system. Because you can, you know, have a persona of an assassin, which comes with perks and disadvantages, but you can also have the perks of being a lady, which comes with the disadvantage of not being able to do parkour. But you can, you know, kind of like have more social stealth features. And you can also have a slave persona as well. But yeah, that's definitely a pretty cool aspect in that game, you know. Like a disguise system that has more meaning to it. He still believes he makes his own luck. Yeah, he believes it still so much that he had to say it like 3 times in 50 minutes recently. You heard it's a pretty quick playthrough. You do have a game and started it a while back, but your attention got diverted elsewhere. Originally, it was a PlayStation Vita game, I believe. The PlayStation Portal game you're thinking about was the Bloodline for between AC1 and AC2. The Liberation was a PlayStation Vita, like, you know, mobile, kind of like portable, I guess, game. And then with the remaster of AC3, they ported it to PC finally, which was pretty cool. Otherwise, I probably still wouldn't have played it unless I would have like emulated it, I guess. But it is a pretty short game, definitely on the shorter side. No worries, Amita. Take your time and catch you when you get back.
Prevent a group of paper skull killers from destroying another city. All in a day's work.
A long day. Guessed.
Not to be insensitive, sir, but what did you learn from the departed damsel?
She's cleverer than I even thought. Her whole ruse was to give Liam time to get back to Chevalier. They must have already set sail to a new precursor site.
Determined to the end. I must say, I admire the misguided lass.
I don't. The assassins won't stop their mad quest. They're desperate to find a piece of Eden. Especially now that half of their brotherhood is dead.
Crowd it all on!
Full sails!
Floating cargo for the taking, sir. Sir, to the fore!
It should be nearby, Captain. There may be an alternate route to the west!
Anticosti is famed for its shipwrecks. They likely believe no one would venture into such dangerous waters.
None but fools and madmen, perhaps? Watch out for those icebergs, Captain.
This man stands before you in disgrace. Greed has corrupted his character and put our very livelihood in peril. We vow to no laws save our own. And those laws decree that any betrayal is met with the gravest punishment. Let this be a reminder. Obey the code.
Mills deserves this way. This place would be overrun with redcoats if we hadn't found them out.
Makes you wonder how many other rats live in this island.
Only a matter of time before someone cries. Captain's been spitting bile ever since the Frenchman left.
Never trusted.
These documents are nothing but blasted symbols and nonsense. That French devil was always one for secrets. But he has found the site of a great treasure. I'm sure of it.
Better head back to the Morgan.
Halt!
Lost! She's been found!
Damage report! What's the news?
Taking heavy damage, sir!
Hold fast! We wait for the captain! Captain!
Let out some sail!
Sir, to full!
We must leave, Shay!
You'll have no argument with me. Set sails! Make haste!
We're overmatched, sir! The Royal Navy! Ah!
Still can't get used to it.
King George's men will take care of those pirates. We've got our own battles to fight. Get the mainsails into the wind! That was a far closer escape than I'm comfortable with. But we have what we came for.
Then we know where de la Vérendrye's ships are headed?
Not quite. But we have the means to find out. We'll need Cook to interpret these maps.
Then we should set sail for the coast of Newfoundland.
I forgot to mention this, but we have actually now reached also the year of 1760. With, you know, the last missions taking place in October of 59. We've now officially reached the first quarter of 1760 with this mission here.
And all of me money it was spent. And where it went, I swear I can't remember. So down to the shipping office I went. A paddy lay back. Take in your sack. Take a turn around the cat and leave a pole. About ships, ace and worthy men. Around about the rise, around the hole. Well, it seems there was a great demand for sailing. For the colonies, for Frisco and for France. slack. Take a turn around the captain, leave a ball. About ship's station, boys be handy. We're about for rise around the hall. Well, I joined her on a cold December morning. A flapping of me flippers to keep warm. With the south cone hoisted as a warning. To stand by it coming over the top.
Let's have a quick look at my database here. I think I might have missed one entry. Yeah, there was an update for Ade Wale. So this part is new here. I just wonder why we now got an update for it. But let's read it regardless. When Ade Wale learned of a terrible earthquake that struck Saint-Domingue, he returned there to help the friends he left so many years ago. In the midst of the tragic loss of thousands of lives, Ade was met with two surprises. He was the father of Bastien's son, Babantunde Joseph, and that a charismatic and volatile Maroon leader named Francois Macandau had created an assassin brotherhood in the region. The Templars took advantage of the chaos to steal two artifacts from Macandau and fled west. Ade set out after them, but not before promising that he would return to help rebuild Port-au-Prince, its brotherhood, and his new family. I think this is a detail that often gets overlooked because I had forgotten about it myself. I have not read in the database here. That he actually had his son, that he also left behind here. Man, yet another reason to really criticize Shay for his actions. Why are all of these entries missing their legs? Maybe they don't like legs in this game. Except for sea legs.
They have been an answer to your name. Paddy lay back. Take in your slack. Take a turn around your captain, leave a ball. Kilo way. About the rise around the hall. 'Twas on the quarter deck when first I see him. Such an ugly bunch I never seen before. There was a bum and stiff from every quarter, and it made my poor old heart feel sick and sore. Paddy lay back, take in your slack. Take a turn around and captain heave a pole. About ship station, boys. We're bound without the rise around the hole.
Flotsam, sir. Could be valuable cargo. Floating cargo for the taking, sir.
This gale's got teeth, Captain!
Time for us to roll and go! Oh, ye pigs and posies! Come down, you blood-red roses! Come down! We're bound away around Cape Horn!
Always cool hearing some new shanties in this game. They have of course taken quite a lot of them from Black Flag, but a lot of shanties you can actually find in the open world are new ones.
Oh, ye pigs and posies!
We're heading hard for land, sir!
Glue's up!
Dark skies and rough seas there!
Okay, I wanna go ahead and actually refill all of our ammunition here, like especially mortar fire, because we're gonna get in a bigger naval fight here soon.
What's on your mind, Captain? My thanks for your trust, Captain.
Captain,
Bruce, I can't go in!
A four, Captain!
I don't like that wind, sir!
Flotsam, sir. Could be valuable cargo.
Brace yourselves!
It's kind of funny sometimes, you know, observing what the crew is doing on the ship. They're bucking about quite a lot sometimes. You know, getting like stuck on cannons or like jumping on the railing, all of a sudden doing some parkour.
Jumps the hail with a slippery tail, lines up aloft and reefs the topsail. And it's windy weather, boys, stormy weather, boys, when
Sir, to the fore!
Jolly sou'wester, boys, steady she goes. And then up jumps the shark with his 9 rows of feet, saying, you eat the dough, boys, and I'll eat the beef. And it's windy weather, boys, stormy weather, boys, when the wind blows, we're all together, boys, blowing west, blowing with blow. Jolly sou'wester, boys, steady she goes. Up jumps the whale, the largest of all. If you want any wind, well, I'll blow you the squall. And it's windy weather, boys, stormy
Floating cargo for the taking, sir.
we're all together, boys, blow ye with westerly, blow ye with blow. Jolly sou'wester, boys, steady she goes.
Ice ram is cutting through. Sir, to fire! Huge swell rolling into starboard! Ready to fire, Captain! Flotsam, sir. Could be valuable cargo.
Master Cormac, I didn't expect to see you again so soon.
I found Levet Andre's travel plans. But the devil used some kind of code. I can't figure it out. Maybe you'll have better luck.
How strange. This is a very old cipher. I have seen it once before. I could draw you a map.
Or you could accompany me. Help me find Levet Andre.
An urgent matter, then. Very well. We shall sail together again.
I gather you have some history with our friend de la Vérandre?
Hey, we got an update here for Louis Joseph Gauthier. That's funny. So they actually ended up making a mistake then, because they say that in 61, you know, he's kind of like, his ship got lost, but you know, they of course mean he's dead. According to the game, though, he dies in 1760. And that's like early 1760. Because 1760 is also like the last year that the main story is really taking place in. And that's not talking about, you know, the Paris memory. But yeah, just another confirmation that he did actually die.
Instant loathing. I should have known not to trust my friends who embraced such a wretch.
My goodness, what could this fellow have done to inspire such enmity? I know him only as one of a family of explorers, extending the boundaries of the known world.
From the brief encounters I've had with him, I can tell you he's an irascible person.
That's a polite way of saying he's a cantankerous bastard.
But do his actions surpass his words?
I suspect history will believe so, my dear cook.
The actions that enter the history books in any case. Master Cook, how far south have you traveled? It's on sail!
Did you hear that?
Cannon fire. Deep within the fog.
Could it be de la Vérandre?
Perhaps.
I think they actually cut off the dialogue there with Cook. I think it was still to answer the how far south have you traveled, and Cook is actually probably the most historically relevant character in this game. So I wanna re-listen to that conversation again.
I gather you have some history with our friend de la Vérandre?
A history of instant loathing. I should have known not to trust my friends who embraced such a wretch.
My goodness, what could this fellow have done to inspire such enmity? I know him only as one of a family of explorers, extending the boundaries of the known world.
From the brief encounters I've had with him, I can tell you he's an irascible person.
That's a polite way of saying he's a cantankerous bastard.
But do his actions surpass his words?
I suspect history will believe so, my dear cook.
The actions that enter the history books in any case. Master Cook, how far south have you traveled?
Oh, not far. Only about Nantucket, really.
I knew a man from there, but that's another matter. Have you not even been to the West Indies?
Not yet, but the West Indies are well mapped already.
Ah, you're looking for a challenge, are you?
Well, frankly, yes. My skills are better suited to newly discovered regions like Newfoundland and Labrador.
Say I saw a map. I can't say from where.
A delicate matter. Diplomatic, perhaps.
You get my meaning. On this map, there were lands I think no man has seen. Well, no man from our empire at least.
A land no man has seen? You have me intrigued. Where is it?
South of the Japans and China. As far east of Madagascar as Lisbon is from Boston.
But there's nothing there. And it would take an unusually provisioned ship to even attempt such a journey.
I think we know a group that might sponsor such a voyage.
I'll tell you more later, Captain Cook. A man could make his name with such a daring discovery.
Okay, nice. It's actually crazy how much dialogue there is. And it's actually really interesting, you know, hearing about Coke's plans and, you know, what he thinks about observing and mapping. But it's interesting, you know, because you can actually get to the next cutoff point in like 10 to 15 seconds, you know. So with most playthroughs, all of it just gets completely lost because there's not enough distance between where you're starting and where the next checkpoint is. So you have to go actively out of your way to actually, you know, hear all that. But yeah, I'm glad I did.
Loose mainsails!
Come on, spread those sheets!
As much sail as you can!
Full sails!
I like how Shay is having the docking symbol buffer set.
Could be valuable cargo.
I guess he can dock at any point now.
Sir, to the fore!
Did you hear that?
Cannon fire. Deep within the fog.
Could it be the La Vérendrye?
Perhaps. This is a secret expedition. They won't be keen to leave any witnesses to their voyage.
Maybe Shay's a computer who can dock onto anything.
Let's get moving.
Can definitely dock onto the Templar ideology. And Templar buttocks as well. Shay's tired and would like to dock, please. It's like, that's enough for today.
More sail! All sail!
Loose topsails, gallants and royals! Can't be far now.
Ship ahoy!
A fleet, Captain! We found them!
Let us hope we're not too late. They have us at a serious disadvantage.
We're gaining on them. Morgan won't let us down. Fire! Catch some wind!
Keep your distance!
Fire!
We hit the ice!
Fire! Fire! Give me some speed! Fire!
Awaiting orders, sir!
Fire!
Good shot and finisher!
Fire!
That's got them!
No one is sent to bedevil us.
It won't slow us down for long, and perhaps it will help to take them by surprise.
Brace!
It's an ambush! Steady the ship! Where are they?
They're within mortar range, that's all I know!
Sir, to port!
Unfurl mains! Let's move!
Stating the obvious.
All sail! Shall take it!
Loose sail! Let's catch the wind! Flotsam, sir. Could be valuable cargo.
It's the gear 4!
You heard the captain?
Irksome to the last. Driver Andre must have stayed behind to stop us.
No doubt volunteered for the job. Batten yourself!
Report!
Fire! Set the mains free!
We got an iceberg, Captain!
Oh, fucking hell. We did an iceberg? No. Gotta reload.
Proud on every inch of sail!
Full sail!
It's the gear 4! Irksome to the last. Driver Andre must have stayed behind to stop us.
And no doubt volunteered for the job.
Ready, Captain!
Trim the yards off the wind!
Ease the
Fire!
iceberg is sinking!
Fire! Spread our wings to the wind!
Awaiting orders, sir!
Fire! Haul in the stunsail!
We got him, Captain! Watch out, burn!
Fire! Fire!
Hooray! All sails loose and stay!
Fire!
That's a lot of icebergs here for sure.
The gallant fire! 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 Tops, gallants, royal studs!
Ready, Captain!
Blues up! These are sticks!
That iceberg's been...
All sail, shall take it! Fire! Briefing on top! Fire!
On your mark, Captain! Ready to fire, sir! Iceberg smashed! Sir, to the fore! Flotsam, sir. Could be valuable cargo.
So this doesn't count as an iceberg, right? Just want to make sure the remains of an iceberg don't count as an iceberg.
He's dead in the water! Prepare for boarding!
I think as a protection.
clear shot as I can get.
Go wafer down.
So, cabbage farmer, are you still convinced the Templars are right?
Convinced to the end. You bastard! Achilles and Liam have already headed north!
Hope was right. I do make a good distraction. Ah!
Ah man, this game story. You know, the whole point of Hope dying is to give more time to Liam and the others. Then the whole point of De Revendree dying is to give more time to the others. And for what? So they get their hands on a precursor artifact before the Templars do. But isn't the whole idea of the assassins to destroy cities in the process? Instead, you know, they retrieve it in the most remote area ever, with virtually no impact on like any other, you know, innocent, so to say. But yeah, the fact that, you know, the Brotherhood is already struggling so much and would actively sabotage themselves by laying breadcrumbs for Shay, you know, and acting as distractions, you know, as like disposables essentially. It's like, if anything, the Brotherhood can't afford even more losses at this point. So you would assume that together it would be much stronger, you know. Especially if Shay has already been so successful in taking down, you know, one assassin after the other. But yeah, that's a loss apparently they, you know, were willing to take.
Thanks for your help, Captain Cook.
You're welcome, Captain Cormac. Sailing with you is certainly, interesting.
Trouble does seem to find us, it's true.
Tell me the truth. Are you fellas with a larger organization? The Board of Admiralty. You take your orders directly from His Majesty, don't you?
We couldn't tell you, even if we were.
You should have these maps. The Revendree won't need them anymore. We'll contact you in regards to sponsoring future voyages, Captain.
Much obliged.
Loose and trim too! Studs out! Let's get moving!
Ah yeah, so this is when we finally unlock the legendary naval battles. So not quite after finishing the main story, but just before the final main story mission here.
What did that Frenchman say? A few acres of snow? He underestimated the great thing.
This is by far my favorite area in this game. Like really deep North Atlantic. With like huge icebergs and, you know, really extreme weather.
A ball, Captain!
Definitely an area that stands out within the series.
Fire!
The closest thing to this is kind of like Valhalla with Norway, maybe.
Starboard! Convoy!
Beware the snow tornado!
So this is actually a really good convoy, but
Could be valuable cargo.
at this point we don't really need it. We're headed for the final mission of the game. And there's not going to be like any naval at this point anymore, I don't think.
Sir, to the fore!
The wind is picking up!
Moving into March of 1760.
Master Kenway!
The La Vérendrye's dead. I have the coordinates. I know where the assassins are going.
Then, let us make haste.
Do you think Achilles and Liam have found the precursor site?
The world is still standing. If they uncovered it, they have not yet set the Earth in motion.
How gentlemanly of them.
There should still be time. Master Gist, stay here. I shall accompany Shay.
Sir, with respect, are you sure that's wise?
As Grand Master, I must investigate this precursor matter to the end, and witness the death of Achilles' brotherhood.
If the assassins do trigger an earthquake, at least there's few around to suffer.
I have no intention of letting your former colleagues destroy a precursor site, regardless.
This would be beautiful if it wasn't so damn cold.
Tread carefully. Some of this ice is rather thin.
Exactly, Aura. It's like every day is in business, isn't it? They love to destroy cities and kill thousands of innocents in the process. It's their bread and butter, really.
That's a hefty crew Achilles brought.
I doubt he expects all of them to survive these conditions.
That's bleak. But we're still outnumbered. Let's keep a low profile, avoid unnecessary fights.
Your assassins would scarce recognize you. Come, let us enter their parlor.
Behave from climbing noises. Okay, any objective here? Not yet.
Hiding in a hole, are we?
Welcome back, Amita.
Hey!
What is Hatham's mission here? He's just running in circuits. But very determined. He has become Sam from Death Stranding. He's just enjoying a good walk.
Go on, Shay. I will find another way.
I will not repeat myself. Get down.
Oh. Can't aim shorter than this. Now I can.
Futile! You can't escape us! I've got a shot!
I was wondering if we maybe at this point have like any objective, but we still don't.
I'm not joining you.
Then I'd have someone on the inside. Seriously.
with loss, huh?
Where did the other buddy go? Just vanished. I know, right? It's like stuck there, isn't it? You can see like a little bit of a body there. Like a line. But it's already fused together with the ice, it seems. Yeah, that move from Haven. Bit of a dick move there, throwing him into that, but I can't blame him for being opportunistic there of a situation. But to be fair, it's something that Epward has also done at the Precursor Temple. It's even one of the optional objectives that you have to throw some of the guys into these kind of like wards.
Is this the apple?
No, don't touch anything. Shay was right.
What would he know?
More than me, apparently.
Finally you understand, Achilles. This is a structure to hold the world together, not a weapon to control it. This whole calamity could have been avoided if you'd only listened to me.
Disrespectful to the end.
Yes, we've been working on that.
Right or wrong, Shay? You betrayed the Brotherhood, Achilles, and me.
Says the man who shot me in the back.
At the homestead. That was Chevalier. I don't miss!
Liam, don't!
Idiots. Oh dear.
have to bring the damn manuscript and box all the way out here, Liam.
The precursor box is safe, Shane. Chevalier took care of that. You'll never find it.
Yeah.
I found Hope's body, Shane.
I'm sorry.
Was it you? Tell me.
I had to.
Yeah, if I was Liam, I was also pissed.
How could you do this to us? How could you kill Hope? You won't get out of here, you bastard!
I was lucky.
How many times do I have to tell you, Liam? I make my own luck.
How'd you do that, you bastard? You broke the assassins. Betrayed everyone you knew. You sided with our worst enemies. And for what?
To save the world.
I hope that world is a good one.
Or if you only listened, says the man who never listens. And never really explained either, you know. Just walks in there and accused the assassins and Achilles of doing all that. But not really, you know, explaining the full situation, you know. If the assassins knew, you know, then they wouldn't have done this, as Achilles just showcased, you know. He was like, yeah, you know, Shane knew more than we did. If we knew this, I wouldn't have interacted with him. But they also showcased the assassins as really reckless and dumb in a way voters of the story. I mean, come on, you know, like, Liam is seeing that thing and he's like, is that the apple? And immediately reaches out to grab it, you know. It's like, have you seen the shape of it? Does it look like it is an apple?
No!
Why not?
Achilles is harmless now. A mentor with no followers. What kind of world are we making if we cannot show mercy? Besides, he understands what these precursor sites are now. Without him, the assassins may continue their search.
Valid points. Never forget what has happened here.
I won't. But the world will.
So what happens now?
Master Gist will be in charge of eradicating any remaining traces of the assassins. Master Weeks and the others will assist him, of course.
Achilles has lost everything. He won't dare leave his homestead.
He won't. Shay, although our search for precursor sites is at an end, I want that box. You will find it for the Templar Order, and for me.
Could be anywhere in the world by now. It may take years to find it.
It may take your lifetime. Are you up for the challenge? Good.
Incredible. Who knew that Shay had that kind of potential?
I have everything I need to complete our assignment here.
One last job, Numbskull. We need you to upload Shay's story.
But not to Helix. I want some very specific people to see what we have found here.
I don't want to talk about it anymore.
Some very specific people, huh? Haven's like, but I hate him. Bit of a dick move, huh? But it's cool that they tie in, you know, why Achilles has like a leg wound later and was not really able to be like an in-field assassin anymore. So that's actually a pretty good tie-in, I think, with his wound later on. Maybe Liam had never seen an apple before. Must have. Because yeah, that definitely ain't it. You meet a shaven man who knows everything but never explains it.
To reward you for your service,
He's choosing very carefully who to share information with.
from this point on, no doors will be closed to you. In the distant past, the assassins had a noble goal, that of peace. But over the centuries, that goal eroded into a far more dangerous one. Freedom.
There! Just follow those lights and you'll be set. I promise, you won't die if you follow the bright lights. I haven't steered you wrong yet, have I? Follow the lights. Please hurry, Numbskull. It all comes down to this.
Your communicator should work now. The Assassin Brotherhood still exists today, and they remain dedicated to their foolish cause. I am a Templar Knight. I protect the world from the Assassins. Today, you have helped me to fulfill this role. Please, restore the servers.
Isn't that the opposite? If you follow the light, you die. Yeah, you would think so. Not in Templar logic, though.
Otto Berg, the big star of the Animi training program. Show me what you've got, you arrogant prick.
If you insist, Master Cross. I believe that my training will soon be complete. Wouldn't you agree? What's so funny?
I was wrong about you. You're not arrogant. You're just deeply fucking stupid.
Oh.
Your body, your mind, they're not yours anymore. You understand? All you have left are the voices.
I don't suffer from your condition. My Animus sessions were carefully—
No! My voices are ghosts! Dead! So they can only ever say the same things over and over and over and over. But the ones in your head will never die. And they own you now.
I am the Order's humble servant.
You're not even a person anymore. You're a tool, a weapon, a plaything.
We're done here.
And in the glorious New World Order, there won't be any room for broken toys like us!
Otzoberg gets confronted and just ends up leaving the room. He's like, don't say the truth to me. I've never been manipulated or blackmailed. It's not like I joined the Templars because they actually offered a treatment for my daughter's sickness that I wouldn't have gotten access to otherwise, because Abstergo purposefully withdrew the medicament from the market, so I wouldn't have access to it. That never happened.
You have exceeded my every expectation. Use that terminal to upload Shay's story to the Assassin Network.
The infamous Assassin Network.
The modern-day assassins are weak. It is only a matter of time before I catch the last of them and kill them. But it is not enough for them to die.
What happened in Haiti happened in Portugal. A great earthquake. Thousands dead thanks to your damned manuscript!
Get him out of here.
I want them to know how weak they truly are. And I want everyone to see them suffer. So on the day they finally meet me, they will welcome the death I offer them.
Shay was right.
What would he know?
More than me, apparently.
My plan is in motion. I have no further demand to place upon you. However, Shay's story is not complete. I would ask that you see it through to the end.
I am super impressed, Numbskull. You really came through for us. And yes, I am also a Templar. Have been for years.
Templar propaganda. Yeah, it's kind of funny to me that Otzoberg wants to send that clip to the assassins and kind of bully them. And then it's like, I want them be so downtrodden, you know, they will welcome the death I offer them. And it's like, okay, you sent a video file. I'm sure they're ready to die now.
It's a bit of a trip, but I think you should see it.
They're like, who's Shay? Never heard of him. Sorry, it wasn't mentioned in AC3. Or Black Flag. Or Freedom Cry. Or Unity. Shay who? Otzoberg, the guy later took out with a big stick. That's the one. Yeah. He's the main Templar ally, I guess, in the modern day here. And he's really obsessed with Shay Patrick Cormac.
Once you go back to finish Shay's story, your life is never going to be the same afterwards. You should finish any outstanding business before entering your Animus.
Alright, so that means the only thing left here in Rogue is now going back into the Animus and then, you know, playing the Paris memory. However, that one actually takes place at the start of Unity's story with young Arno. which is 16 years after our current year here. And there's of course a lot happening between AC3 and Liberation before we get to that point. So we're gonna hold back from playing the final mission here in Rogue until we reach the year 1776. And when we're also gonna, you know, play that first mission of Unity, kind of like back to back. But yeah, for Rogue, everything is now finished up until this point. And we won't be seeing this game for a good while now, because the next stream is to focus now on the young Connor mission. We're gonna have that hide and seek mission when he's still, you know, only 5 years old or so. And the village attack is happening. And then we are jumping into Liberation to kind of like play the years in between child Connor and teenage Connor.
Sorry, but this is a
So yeah, the next stream is definitely gonna be quite Liberation focused. Could even be that it's gonna be a few streams of just Liberation actually, since it's quite a few years in between. But yeah, that's gonna be the plan for the next stream. But for today, though, this is gonna be everything we will be doing.
Some interruptions in the service.
So let's go ahead and quit to the main menu. Shay, what? What you say? He thinks he's so scary? Yeah, he's so badass, isn't he? I'm scared. Someone should go as Otso Berg for Halloween. That's gonna scare people, right? But like, Otso what? Otso who? Thank you for the GG's Zombenimita. Cheers, guys. No worries of a sneaky stream, Aura. Thank you for being here and for joining us. You too, Amita. Have a good rest of your night. Thank you again for the raid as well. And definitely catch you next time. Have a good one. You too, Zomb. Have a good rest of your day. Thank you for being here and for joining us as well. Thank you everyone so much who joined us tonight. Thank you also to all the lurkers in the background. Really appreciate it too. And everyone who's been in chat. And yeah, we're gonna go and raid Lucinda, who's playing Days Gone. She's doing a partial playthrough of that game, and she's also been doing a playthrough of Evil Within, which she returns to tomorrow. So let's set up a raid here. Say hello to Lucinda and see how she's doing today. If you want to join us with a raid over to Lucinda, feel free to copy and paste these raid emotes. And yeah, I will probably catch you guys tomorrow for the beginning of AC Liberation. Until then, have a good rest of your day and night, and catch you in the next one.